folks, and welcome to Subjective Thoughts. And our comic for today is Blaze, Legacy of Blood, Issue 3 by Marvel. Now there is violence, fighting, killing, shooting, fire, destruction, magic, and more violence in this one. So if you are in any way squeamish, you have been warned. Also, spoilers. Alright, here's the team. So, when we left off Johnny in issue 2, his children, Craig and Emma, were kidnapped by George, who he thought was his friend, but turns out he's actually with the Hidden. And then with that man, Regent, that's his name, I finally remember it, from the Race of the Blood. So he took them, before that he stabbed Johnny. I thought it was in the throat, but apparently it's not. And then he told the other fucker from the Hidden, the one that killed Johnny, but he told him, leave him, let him die a painful death. A slow one. And that's it, and Johnny, as he lost consciousness, said, why Roxanne? Or Roxanne, why? So that was the end of issue 2. Now we start this one with a whole page of basically Johnny, thinking, why has all this happened? Everything up till now, everything he went through, why is Roxanne part of this conspiracy? What is going on? Why is this happening to me? And then it ends with him saying, I want my children, I want vengeance. And then, on the next page, is he bursts into the hospital, where he left Roxanne. Like, you see doctors and patients, and they're just like, what the fuck? He just bursts in there, like, holy shit. He gets up from his bike, and he goes into the room where he left Roxanne, and he's like, this is where I left her. And then behind him, we see Seer. She puts a hand on his shoulder, and she tells him, she's not here, Johnny. She was taken, and he turns around, she's like, huh. Because Johnny has, and now the dagger, which I thought was shoved into his throat, was actually shoved beneath his right eye, like right here. And if you turn around, this will be the right side. And now that being said, I don't know why George thought that would kill him. Okay, yeah, that's probably like the brain. If you did it in an angle, you'll get the brain. But that's it. I mean, wait, did he shoot? I don't think he shot him even before that. He just, wait, he also shot him, I think. Or no. No, I don't think he did, so it's just, I mean, honestly, George knows Johnny. Do they really think that would fucking stop him and kill him? Must have not known him so well then. Anyway, yeah, he's got the dagger in, and Seer's like, Johnny, your eye, you need help. And Johnny is just, so tired from all this. Just finding out that his wife has betrayed him, and she's the reason their children were taken away, and just, he's having a shitty, not even year. I'm sorry if you hear any sirens. So then it's just Johnny just, puts his hand on the windshield of the hospital room, and he's just, I need help, Seer, he tells her. Wait, let me just make sure. There we go. Yeah, and she tells him that Regent was there and that he took his wife, and that he almost killed her, so she had to teleport away. So that's what it's called, the teleporting. Or else she would have been killed. Okay. And then before that, Johnny says life's tough, and she said, she tell him that she would have been killed. She tells him, I can help you find them, but you've got them, but we've got to get out of here and take care of your face. And he's like, help me, please, he asks. And then she tells him, I'll do what I can, and she teleports them out to there. Probably the best, because the police probably already been called. Although I'm pretty sure they wouldn't have been thrilled about going back. The police, I mean. Then we're back at Johnny's house, which apparently is in Pennsylvania. He's there. We've got Cody and Wolf holding him down on, I think, a table, while a man named Quinn, well, actually looks a little bit like Alucard if he was blonde, and not a vampire. A little bit. He's like, okay, they need to, he tells Johnny, we don't have time to wait for the painkillers to kick in. And Johnny tells him, Quinn, just shut up and do it. And, right, what's his name, Quinn? Sorry, I keep going back. I am shit with names. You can see it took me 2 issues to remember Regent's name. Okay, come on. Where is it? Yeah, Quinn. Okay. Alright, and then he tells Wolf that it's wedged probably very deep in there in the bone and he needs to pull. And Wolf pulls out the dagger and it causes Johnny's hellfire to get out of control. And he tells, okay, Wolf and Cody, thank you for your help. Now get out of the way. And this man, Quinn, contains the hellfire. He tells Johnny, it's all right, Johnny, I can contain it. Just let go. So then, a short while later, we see Seer has changed her outfit. And Johnny thanks all 3 of them and said, can you give me and Seer some privacy alone? Some alone time. And Quinn tells him, get some sleep, Johnny. Everything will look clearer after some rest. And my dude, I don't think he has a moment to rest right now, you know? I'm just saying. I just remembered I need to buy an extra cord. Sorry. Right. Alright, so then Johnny talks to Seer about who Regent is and what is all this. So there was this man from the Blood Race called the Coordinator. I think that, yeah, Coordinator, I think. So he was, she tells him, Seer, that Regent wanted the power, the pieces of the power medallion, which were actually Johnny, Dan, and some other gentleman, whose name I forgot. Because the Coordinator was basically maybe like a teacher to them. He was teaching them how to use the Hellfire and all of that. And the Regent wanted, I know it's a word for something, like maybe ruler. But basically he wanted this power, and he and the Coordinator never really saw eye to eye or liked each other for quite a while there. And so that's probably what this whole thing came from, because I think that's what it meant when Seer said that, they never meant to cause him harm. So Regent was, not Regent, but the Coordinator was teaching him how to use his powers, how to control them. But he never wanted power himself. He just wanted to help them. He was using his powers to help Johnny and the other 2. But Regent wants that power. And why did he take Johnny's children? She can only guess. And he tells her, don't then. And he asks her, can you tell me where they are? And he said, yes, but I'll wait for him. And he said, no, I ride alone. You're going to stay here. And that's basically non-negotiable. She's going to tell him, and Johnny's going to go on his own. And then we go to back where, what was that place again? Back to the headquarters. See, it looks like Regent is not like the leader of the Blood or something like that. He's just, well, he's from that race, but he's not. Sorry, not coordinator, caretaker. My apologies. Caretaker. I remembered something with a C. Okay. So he wants. He'll find out from. And he tells Johnny, that he'll find out what Regent wants from his children himself and Roxanne. Yeah, but I should go. It's like, don't even think about it. I ride alone. Then we go back to that headquarters, which is in Colorado Rockies. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we go to the Colorado Rockies. We see Regent looking outside the windows of his hideout, or whatever this place is, his headquarters. And a storm is raging outside, and he's looking at it all. And then his skinny assistant with the glasses, with two meatheads, arrives. Roxanne's in a wheelchair. And Regent asks, well, he said the doctor said that she is completely recovered. I don't know what you've done for her, Regent. And he says, but basically telling him, don't ask questions to answers you don't want. Basically, the less you know, the better you sleep. So that shuts up Skinny Assistants, and he and the two meatheads leave. Because the Regent tells him to leave him and Roxanne alone. And he's like, all right, my dear. And Roxanne, like, crying, where are my children, Regent? And then he shows his hands and says, don't worry, they are in my hands. And she's like, no. And he says, well, that's it seems. Your husband's been, the father has been interfering way too much. It's time to get rid of him, and you made this promise. But wait on that, it looks like we have company. So why did Roxanne do this is beyond me. Like, what did she think, why would she do this? Was she trying to protect the children from, Johnny? Why did she promise them? And now, of course, she regrets doing it, but it's too fucking late. I mean, shit. Okay, anyway, outside, now they have, what's the word for it? Cold places, they have those, I know the word in Hebrew, it's chval, but I don't know, fuck, it seems that they make them, like, high places where you get into this little kind of, like a car on a train. And it basically on pulleys that it moves you up and then down. Fuck, I can't believe I forgot the word for that. But yeah, you have usually, on snowy places and mountains and all that. People get into that, and that's how they travel up and down. I don't remember the word for it, fuck. But that's the thing, and Johnny basically is using his skills as a motorcycle stuntman, motorcycle stuntman, and his hellfire powers to basically riding on the not rope, but on the cord. On this thick cord that, brings it up and down. Just balancing on that. And he's going to get to his children, but then I'm assuming probably the cord has been cut, and he falls down into the snow. But then he gets up and he says, well, if you're trying to kill someone, you should really... next time make sure that there's not a mountain of snow beneath, because Johnny just breaks a few ribs. You wouldn't tell on him, no. He gets up back like a champ. Then he says, come out again, and it's and it's more of the hidden. And these guys suck. So they're about to start fighting Johnny, but then suddenly Regent appears down there below to meet him. That bastard. Yeah, Regent is there. Oh, there we go. I'm about to fight him, but Regent arrives and is like, Mr. Blaze, at last we meet. I feel as if we're old friends. And Johnny says, I've had as much of a hand in your... I don't know, that's Regent says. Hand in your life as much as the caretaker did. My name is Regent. He introduces himself. And then they start fighting, and Regent says how he underestimated Johnny. As he takes away his gun, and he thinks that's the only way Johnny can use his hellfire power, but Johnny was taught to channel it from every object possible. And during this altercation between them, we learn that Johnny, that all of this happening has been has been a breeding program. It's something that's been planned like years ago while Johnny was still in the cradle. Regent basically wanted the hellfire power and what Johnny has. And he decided basically to breed him, meaning his children. So all those years ago, and he says, the only one that really manifested those powers for you was Mephisto, as you were stealing souls from him, but I want to do something greater with that power. I want to, have someone with it that's going to control the world, and I will be right beside him, meaning Johnny's children, Emma and Craig. I'll be right beside them as their regent. So that's what this whole thing has been. His whole life up until now was a lie. Everything was designed that way to lead Johnny on this path. Even his relationship with Roxanne, she agreed to breed with him, as Regent says. She agreed to marry him and to have children, and now the plan was, since the children are almost of age, that Johnny is going to be killed, and then the hellfire power is going to be transferred to the children, and Regent is going to raise them and, well, effectively use them. So that's what this whole thing was about. And it's like, holy shit. Just imagine that. Everything you live for right now, even, his friends, his friend George anyway, his sister had no idea. All of that was just a conspiracy in order to breed, so Regent would have his warriors. Well, not warriors, but he would have his hellfire users. And so Johnny's like, I won't let this happen. And as Regent, as he attacks him, he takes off his masks. And then not the mask, but the plating, the metal plating that's on his face. And it turns out the reason Johnny's wearing it is that he has just a skull underneath. So I don't know what the fuck happened to him, but holy fucking shit. So that's what this whole thing was about. And Regent says, your children don't need you anymore. They have me now. I'm going to raise them and protect them. And then Johnny, as the plating's taken off, he basically looks like he's back to almost being Ghost Rider level. He uses the fire and burns all of the useless hidden that are around. basically killing them all. And then Regent is laughing. Oh, are you back to your old ways? You're gonna give more souls to Mephisto? As he, as all of them are burned around. And well, basically he's telling Johnny, you're not needed anymore. And as Johnny picks up his gun back up and puts it to his temple, he says, yes, do the right thing. Just give up. Your powers are going to be passed down to your children. And, well, essentially they're going to be Regent's warriors. But Johnny doesn't shoot himself. He shoots the hill that's top of them, and he says, we're both going to burn in the fires of hell. And Regent's like, why? And Johnny answers, for Emma and Craig. And that's it. There it ends. It's like, to be continued, question mark. Alright, so first cover here. I mean, this one so far is my favorite. I love the Ghost Rider skull right there behind, and the colors are fantastic. And then you got Johnny standing here on the side all menacingly. Awesome. This one really is fantastic. Look at that. Really, again, great with the skull. Oops, wait a second. Look at that. Just great. Alright, so here we start with Johnny's kind of monologue in the beginning. Sorry, there's a bit of glare. I just gotta show you him getting into the hospital room. Or into the hospital. It's like, Roxanne, why did you do this to me, to our family? Good question. Hopefully in the last issue we're going to get an answer to it. Why did she do all this? Oops, careful. There's the seer. I guess that's what she meant. And this is, you see them fighting there in the snow. Johnny's like, well, you're the man I came to kill. That's Regent. That kind of looks like Mephisto, if you squint. Yeah, then when he knocks Johnny down the first time, he's telling the Hidden, you stay there, I'm going to be the one that kills him. You see, that's how Johnny's face looks. I thought that, it kind of looks robotic, but, oops, sorry. I didn't realize that there was the skull underneath it. I wonder what the fuck happened to him. And you must die. His life was touched since he was in the cradle. Why wear coverings of flesh, John, when the Hellfire so wants to be free? Free to pass on to your children. Says, like, I'm releasing you of your burden, and I'm gonna take over your children and basically use them for my means. And John's like, I'll see you all burn. And he's like, will you become Ghost Rider again? And then they no longer belong to you. They will soon forget their daddy. They will only know and love me. And then that's when he sees Johnny lift the gun. He says, yes, that's right. Take the honorable way out. Ah, yes, suicide. Very honorable. And he said, then he said, we'll burn together for Craig and Emma. Not Emma and Craig. But that's that. And, oh, well, look at this cool ad. To the champions, but that's cool art there. Alright, so holy shit. I didn't think we'd see George in this one, but it looks like no. Well, he's no longer needed really here. But yeah, like, holy shit. Now, I thought there was some kind of reason that Roxanne promised the children, maybe for their protection. But it looks like no. And then did she really know what she was promising them for? If it wasn't for protection, so basically all this time she really was just with him to what? To breed and to have, well, Craig and Emma. And then, well, what? And then have Johnny killed? That's what I don't understand. So did Roxanne never care about him to begin with? Because if she knew that, you know, this is what was going to happen, why do it? And unless she, you know, didn't care. Maybe she's part of the whole, not called, but the whole race of blood somehow. And I wonder what Regent has done for her. Because she's completely healed, so what did he do? Did he use some kind of... As it looks like the blood has either magic or abilities of some kind. I wonder if he used some of those on her. And that's how she's almost recovered now. And I wonder if that's something he's not supposed to maybe do. But yeah, like, holy shit. Poor Craig and Emma. But imagine their whole lives, they thought everything was normal, and now they've been given by their own mother to this race of people in order to just be pawns in Regent's hands. I mean, how do you build your family back together after that? That's a real question. Because, I mean, shit. It's just so sad. Your whole life has been not your choices, but someone directing those choices so you would do exactly as they wanted you to do. And just imagine Johnny never wanted any of this, and now he learns that his children are going to go through the same thing that he has, and he just... Well, how would he accept it? He hated it enough himself. And now to think that his own 2 kids are going to have to go through with that. Yeah, I mean, holy shit. And another thing, like, if Johnny has been watched all this time, did they really think he would so easily have been killed? Now, I don't know what happened to Johnny before all this, but wouldn't it have been a better plan to just... I don't know, Roxanne getting pregnant, and then just, I don't know, leaving him or something, or disappearing, or faking her own death. And then, well, they would still try to kill Johnny later on, but he wouldn't know that he has a child. It's kind of like, why, I mean, the age the children are... Does he really think they'll just forget about Johnny, their father? They're just gonna accept all of this? I mean, they're not like little babies. Like, okay, I mean, it sounds terrible, but if you're gonna do this shit, it's possible to take the child while it's still a baby. That's the time to do it. Because when the older the kid gets, he has his own thoughts, his own feelings. The kid isn't going to cooperate with you. So it's just, well, what? I mean, he's apparently just as stupid. He even says, I miscalculated. Just as stupid as the Hidden. Which again proved to be just fucking useless. I mean, honestly, do they accept anyone with a high tolerance of pain? Again, I know Johnny's very powerful, but still, you think they would, you know, be able to somehow fight? They don't seem to manage to do anything. It's just astounding. I mean, in this one, they haven't even got a chance to fight him, but still, they seem to be killed off pretty easy. Again, they're like weak NPCs in a video game. I'm telling you. But yeah, that was just, wow. Poor Johnny. His 4 children, too. I want to know why Roxanne did this. Does she not care about Johnny? Now, I think she does really care about her kids, though. I mean, since she tried to send them away. before they could get taken by Regent. And they, well, obviously Zushi regretted that promise. And now what she can do, really? It's already too late. Well, what can Johnny do? Well, he has to kill Regent, I suppose. He's the one who wants the children. And the question is, will the Blood try to intervene with him? Or will they let Regent deal with his own bullshit? Oh, who knows? I'm so excited to read the last part. I feel so sorry for Johnny having to go through this. And his kids. We'll see. I hope he'll talk to Roxanne in the last issue, try to figure out why. And how is she connected to the Blood? She's not a part of them, I assume. So, how does she know Regent? Regent? I think Regent. How does she know him? How did they meet? So many questions. I hope there'll be some answers in the last one. Alright, folks, so that is it. I'm so looking forward to issue 4. Now, remember, let me know what you thought of issue 3. And remember, collect what you're passionate about and share it on YouTube. Bye!